Hello, my name is Dante Renee, and welcome to the 10 Room Bizarro YouTube page where I talk about films that I believe need to be talked about more. Like tonight's film, this is 1974's Murder on the Emerald Seas. Now, this was released as a standalone limited edition DVD by Vinegar Syndrome, but I have it on the 5 years, volume 2 Blu-ray release of it, and it's right there at the bottom, Murder on the Emerald Seas. And this is from 1974. It is 98 minutes long, and it is a 98 minutes that will go by so freaking fast because you will be completely eye-opened watching and listening and experiencing something truly unique and out of this world. Murder on the Emerald Seas, 1974, directed by Alan Ormsby, and this was supposedly his first film that he directed. Let's look at this film. Murder on the Emerald Seas is, you hear the title and you're wondering to yourself, oh, is this a kind of a boat movie mystery? Doesn't sound like a horror film per se, I guess it's some kind of mystery movie on a boat. And the interesting thing is that you are partly correct, and then there's a whole lot of other stuff that you will have no idea about. Let's get into this movie here. I have some notes. You're going to see my eyes divert. What a pleasant surprise this movie was. I really, never heard of it, had no idea what the heck I was getting myself into, and that's the best way to get into this film. In Murder on the Emerald Seas, man, what a sophisticated title, by the way, too, isn't it? We have murder, police, crime, buddy film, cross-dressing, a beauty pageant, body paint, midgets, the Italian mob, cocaine, comedians, a costume party, a cruise ship, a slasher movie, old ladies who are high on drugs, a clown killer, and a female body part sculptor. Those are just a few things that are in Murder on the Emerald Seas. When we look at the music for this film, does that sound pretty wild? Yeah. When we look at the music, we have island music, we got big band jazz, masquerade ball music. It's almost like the soundtrack to a horror sexploitation gong show. But that's also this movie. Murder on the Emerald Seas is like a horror sexploitation gong show. That is like the best way for me to describe it. We have animation in this film. We have slow motion in this film. We have art title cards throughout the life of the movie. We have comedy and horror and sexy and crime and mystery and even photo collages. Yes. We have homosexuals, interracial marriage, interracial romance, men connecting with their feminine side who are heterosexual. We have adultery and relationships and complex heterosexual relationships. This movie is a wild, off the hinges, boundary-breaking, rebellious ride that is also professional, well-written, well-acted, and actually seriously made. You don't typically get something like that. When I said these other things, you typically do not link that to something being quote-unquote seriously made. You have movies that are fun and wild with some comedy aspects to them that are sometimes extremely obvious to anybody watching it that it is a comedy. Whereas this film has so many things in the pot with it, and it's so seriously done, so seriously kind of made. It's seriously crazy, seriously funny, seriously horrific, seriously mysterious, seriously rebellious. That it's just, you won't totally know what the typical viewer of the film, or how they're going to interpret it or take it. And that's special. It's not predictable at all. We have full female nudity in this film. We have violence in this film. Something that happens in this film is it's not the typical unfolding of mystery. It's not the typical way a mystery happens or the revelations within a mystery happens. We have entertaining characters, entertaining situations, and work, and friendships, and scenarios, and mission. Great conversations in here between great characters. Murder on the Emerald Seas, plain and simple, is not what you are expecting at all. And to me, that is exactly what I look for in a film. Also, for a film that you've never heard of before, obviously won't be on Netflix anytime soon, or it is absolutely engaging because it's creatively wildly done. This is Murder on the Emerald Seas. Very ahead of its time, by the way, in its sexuality. Murder on the Emerald Seas, 1974, 98 minutes long. It's part of the 5 films right here. It's on Blu-ray and an out-of-print DVD. This might be out of print too now. I don't know. Thank you so much for watching the 10 Room Bizarro YouTube page, where I talk about films that I believe need to be talked about more, like Murder on the Emerald Seas. Please feel free to check out my own personally made films at youtube.com/poopy diarrhea. That's POOPY diarrhea. Thank you so much, and good night.